At the beginning of the story, we see a house on top of a mountain in the middle of a dense forest. A man named William lives there alone. He has been staying in this isolated place for several months for his research. One day, William is bitten by a snake. He panics, fearing that the venom will spread through his body. In this panic, his phone falls down the mountain, leaving him unable to call for help. With no other option, he tries to remove the venom himself and then rushes back to the house and drinks a large amount of water. Soon after, he loses consciousness. When William wakes up, he starts experiencing hallucinations because some effects of the venom are still present in his body. He remains weak and unconscious for the next couple of days. One day, he hears the sound of a helicopter and realizes that some scientists have come to take him away, possibly due to an emergency in the outside world. However, William is unable to respond, and the scientists leave, assuming no one is inside the house. After several days, the remaining effects of the venom finally leave his body, and William starts feeling healthy again. Although he suspects a small amount of venom may still remain, he decides to leave and drives toward the city. When William reaches the city, he is completely shocked. The entire city has changed. There are no living people anywhere. Streets are filled with abandoned cars, and inside them are lifeless bodies. It looks like a massive disaster has taken place. A road sign reveals the truth. A terrifying virus had spread across the world a few days earlier, infecting and killing almost all of humanity. Governments, laws, and systems no longer exist. William returns to his family home and finds that his parents have also passed away. After accepting reality, he buries them near the house. Days pass, and William realizes he is completely alone in the city. Still, he hopes that somewhere in the world, a few people might have survived and developed immunity. For safety, he takes a gun and supplies and travels toward Las Vegas due to blocked bridges. He takes a longer route and finally reaches the city, only to find it deserted. Hotels and casinos are empty. Tired and hopeless, William starts living in a famous hotel, drinking expensive wine since everything is now free. One night, two survivors named Milton and Anne arrive. Like William, they were not infected by the virus. They show him the last TV broadcast, which explains that scientists failed to create a cure. Wars broke out across the world, and humanity collapsed within days. Milton and Anne reveal that William is the first living human they have seen. Since the outbreak, Anne shares that she witnessed her family's final moments through a video call, which shattered her hope of living. William stays with them for a few days, but despite the luxury around them, nothing feels meaningful anymore. Milton explains that he once had wealth and status, but now everything is gone. When William realizes that Milton and Anne have completely lost their will to live, he leaves the hotel in fear and confusion. Soon after, he understands that they are gone, and once again, he is completely alone. Believing he may be the last human on Earth, William drives away from the city. On the road, he finds a dog, adopts him, and names him Lucky. He returns to his old home, collects survival books from a library, and starts a new life with Lucky. They survive on stored food and later plan to grow their own. A year passes, and Lucky develop a strong bond, but the loneliness becomes unbearable. To pass time, William jogs, swims, and even drives in circles. One day, Lucky starts barking at a distant house with smoke coming from it. William rushes there and meets a woman named Emma, another survivor. After talking, both realize they haven't seen a living human in over a year. William shares his story, and Emma shares hers. She invites him to stay, and later, they move to William's house together. They clean the house, gather supplies, and slowly rebuild their lives. Hope returns. They begin living together, sharing daily tasks and hobbies. Knowing they might be the last couple on Earth, they also accept the responsibility of rebuilding humanity. Over time, Emma becomes pregnant. She is happy, but William worries about raising a child in such a broken world and how the delivery will happen. He starts studying medical books to prepare. Their home becomes fully self-sufficient with solar panels, stored food, animals for milk and eggs, and a large garden. The air becomes cleaner as nature recovers. However, a new problem arises. Rats begin invading the area. They try burning trash and sealing the house to stay safe. One night, Emma says that they will find a solution and that she is happy about their future child. William travels to distant areas and brings several cats with him, which slowly reduces the number of rats in their city. Eventually, The long-awaited day arrives when Emma goes into labor. They had prepared carefully for this moment, and with William's help, a healthy baby girl is born. After this, they paint their home address on buildings around the city, hoping that if any other survivors ever arrive, they will be able to find William's house. 6 years pass. One day, while returning home by car, William's vehicle collides with a tiger on the road. As he looks around in shock, he suddenly notices a small girl nearby. Frightened, she starts running away. William gently stops her and asks her to come with him, but she is extremely scared. He offers her an apple, and seeing this, the girl begins to trust him. She gets into his car, and William takes her home. There we learn that William now has 2 children. 2 years after their daughter here was born, Emma gave birth to a son named Alex, and Emma is now pregnant with their 3rd child. It seems that William and Emma may be responsible for rebuilding humanity. Soon, 2 more survivors arrive after seeing the painted address in the city. However, the little girl remains terrified and refuses to leave the truck. No one forces her. Spends the entire night inside the vehicle. The next morning, Marina approaches her with food. The girl reacts defensively at first, but Marina calmly tells her story, how she and George had been searching for survivors and finally found William's address. Slowly, Marina brings the girl inside and asks her to take a bath. Later, Marina checks the girl's bag and finds strange drawings and a letter with the name Abi written on it. Marina reads the letter. Aloud, it was written by Abi's mother, asking anyone who finds her daughter to take care of her. The letter explains that during the virus outbreak, Abi had suffered severe trauma within her own family, which caused her deep fear of people. One day her mother protected her and sent Abi away to a safe place. William's group accepts Abi as one of their own. Soon after, Emma gives birth to her 3rd child, a boy named Sam, and the family continues to grow. For the next year, they live peacefully together. One day, they sense that someone else is approaching. All the children are sent inside, while the adults take weapons and go to investigate. They discover another survivor group that arrived after seeing Emma's address. This group includes Molly, Jean, Ezra, and their son, Rife. They are welcomed into the house. Molly explains that in 8 years, they had only seen 4 living people and had no permanent shelter. Emma tells them that this can now be their home, and together they can build a new society. Molly is a doctor, which becomes a huge blessing for the group. The next day, William explains the rules. Wild animals now roam freely due to the low human population, so no one goes out alone, and weapons are always carried. The group goes on a supply mission. Gathers medicines from a nearby hospital. They return safely. Jean, who is a singer, sings for everyone that night. She is also the mother of Ezra's child. Over time, George and Marina grow closer. In the coming months, both Jean and Marina give birth to daughters. 14 years pass. The family has grown large. They celebrate Here's birthday, when William teaches all the children about the old world, how humans lived, behaved, and what lessons they must carry forward. One day, a violent storm hits the area. William realizes that their dog Lucky is outside. He rushes out and tragically finds Lucky beneath a fallen tree. William and Emma are devastated. Lucky had given William hope before anyone else. They bury him in the garden and honor him as the first member of their group. Later, a tiger enters their garden. William steps in front of the children to protect them and is badly injured before the animal escapes. Thanks to Molly's medical skills and stored medicines, William survives. Emma later tracks down the tiger and eliminates the threat to keep the family safe. Weeks later, William recovers. 17 years have passed, and the children are now grown. William teaches Alex and Sam survival skills. Meanwhile, Rife and Here grow close and decide to explore the outside world together. Knowing the importance of rebuilding humanity, the family supports their decision and sends them off with supplies. Soon a severe water shortage arises. Rain has not fallen for months due to environmental changes after humanity's collapse. While investigating, they spot an approaching vehicle, proof that more survivors still exist. The newcomers are led by Charlie, who claims they can drill underground for water using their machine in exchange for fuel. Due to desperation, William agrees. The drilling takes days. Eventually they succeed and water flows again. However, William grows suspicious of Charlie's behavior and learns of his violent past. He warns his group to stay alert. After the deal is completed, William asks Charlie's group to leave. That night, William hears screams and discovers that Charlie has harmed Abby. William informs the group. Fearing further danger, they decide Charlie must be stopped to protect everyone. William confronts and kills Charlie, deeply shaken but convinced it was necessary to protect his family. The next morning, the group is given a choice: live peacefully together or leave. Most stay. Silas, Charlie's closest ally, is expelled due to his loyalty to Charlie's actions. 20 years have now passed. The world has completely changed. The children begin working on building a small aircraft. But soon, members of the group begin falling ill. A new, evolved strain of the virus has appeared. Dr. Molly explains that, although they were immune before, the virus has changed. But it is weaker this time. Most recover with treatment, but Sam's condition worsens, and despite all efforts, he passes away after saying goodbye to his parents. Few other members also die. William is completely broken. Emma reminds him that once they had nothing but each other and now, they still have a future to protect.
Please like and follow our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.